Namaste yogis, my name is Elisa Vishuda and I would like to invite you today for a 30 minutes vinyasa class. This is a practice which will be perfect for starting your day when you're just out of your bed and you want to stretch out your body in the morning. And we will follow a vinyasa type of class, so we will try to use our ujjayi breath, as well as we will try to synchronize breath with the movement. So without further ado, let's start in this beautiful surroundings of Tel Aviv, Israel. I hope you'll enjoy it. Hello everyone. Let's start this practice by sitting down comfortably in a cross-legged position and just close your eyes. Find yourself in this present moment, in this present space, and just ground yourself. Feel the support of the Mother Earth and bring attention into your inhales and exhales. Try to lengthen your inhales, welcoming more oxygen than you normally do, allowing it to spread all over your body. And from here we are going to circle our head in the right direction, warming up our neck. And I'm gonna switch the sides, rotate your head towards the left side, making it very gentle without straining your spine. And come back to the center. Bring your head towards the right and the left side a few times. And now up and down, warming up your neck at the front and at the back. And from here, bring your left hand, put it over your right shoulder and bring your left ear towards the left shoulder, warming up your left side of the neck. Now bring both hands and put them under your back of the head. Start warming up your spine by curling back as you exhale and lifting up your chest as you inhale. Repeat it a few times. And now stretch the left side of your neck by bringing your right hand on top of your left ear. And release your upper hand and slowly switch yourself to find your all-fours position. Start warming up your spine, doing a few cat-cows, pulling your belly up as you exhale and releasing your belly towards the mat as you inhale. Try to synchronize this breath with the movement. And when you're ready, tuck your toes, extend your legs, bring your hips back and up towards the sky or towards the ceiling, finding your first downward dog. Keep your hands away from the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears. You may bend your knees if it's too difficult to bring the legs extended. And when you're ready, walk between your hands so that you're standing on front of a mat. And grab the opposite elbows and let your head swing side to side. And from here, start inhaling and rolling up your spine upwards, finding your Tadasana. Inhale, circle your arms up. Press your palms into each other into a Namaskar. Inhale, rise your arms up. Inhale, circle your arms up, bend slightly. Exhale, bring your hands down to your mat, find your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Start bending your knee one at a time, stretching the backs of your legs. Inhale, look up towards the right side, bring your right hand up. Exhale, release your hand down. Change the side, inhale, lift your left hand up. Exhale, bring yourself back towards your mat and step your right foot back, finding your equestrian pose, horse riding pose. Bring your hands up and exhale down, finding your Parvatasana, mountain pose. Inhale, release your knees onto the mat. Exhale, chest and chin onto the floor, 8 limbs pose. Inhale, find your mini cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, bring your hips back and up into your Parvatasana, mountain pose. Inhale, step your right foot front, left knee falls towards the ground. Inhale, step your back foot front, find your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up with your arms. Exhale, hands onto your chest. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, Pranamasana. Inhale, Asta Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward and down, Uttanasana. Inhale, step your left foot back. Find yourself up with your torso, with your arms. Exhale, step your right foot back. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale, release your knees. Exhale, chest, chin. Inhale, find your upward facing dog. Start shifting your body weight from the right side and to the left side, looking over to your heels. Stretching the IT band, and exhale, come back into Parvatasana, mountain pose. Inhale, step your left foot front, bring your arms and torso up. Exhale, step your right foot front, find your forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, find your hands onto your chest. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, hands onto your chest. Inhale, rise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, step your right foot back. Exhale, step your left foot back, find your Parvatasana. Inhale, rise your right leg up all the way to the sky or to the ceiling. Start making circular movements with your right foot. A few times in one direction and a few times in the other direction. And release your leg down. Now bring your left leg up. Start circling your left ankle, warming up your joints. And from here, inhale, rise your right leg up, step towards the front of your mat, rotate your back leg 45-degree angle, rise your arms up, your torso up, finding your warrior one. Inhale and exhale, release and extend your arms to the sides so they are now parallel to the mat. Open your hips towards the long side of the mat. Find your warrior two. Inhale and exhale, release your back arm. Find yourself into a reverse warrior. Exhale, crouch with your arms towards the front and find your extended side angle. Uttita Parshva Konasana. You can place your right hand on top of your right thigh. Bring the gaze upwards. You can release your right hand to the floor and keep extending your upper arm high towards the sky. Option is to take it even farther, and you may try to release your upper arm behind your back, and if you want to go even deeper, you can take a bind. The bind, however, may not be accessible for all of us, so you can go ahead and extend your arms. This is not an easy posture, so please be gentle with yourself. Now you can extend your front leg. Find yourself in a variation of pyramid pose. Now release your hands onto the mat. Find a normal pyramid pose by extending your both legs, keeping your hips squared so they are parallel to the short side of the mat. Feel how nicely you are stretching the left hamstring of yours. And remember to keep your spine as straight as possible. Inhale, lengthen your spine. After your next exhale, frame your right foot, bend your knee and lift your hips back and up, finding your downward facing dog. Release your knees onto the floor. Exhale, chest and chin. Find your 8 limbs pose. Slide down, release your belly onto the mat. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders and find some 3 nice juicy rounds of cobra. Inhale, pushing away from the mat, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, flowing down. And inhale, tuck your toes, push your bum back to the heels and up into a downward facing dog. Now we are going to repeat the same sequence on the left side. So inhale, rise your left leg up and step it between your hands. Rise up your torso and your arms. Find your Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 on the left side. Keep your palms firmly pressing onto each other and look up. Take one deep inhale and exhale. Release your hands parallel to the floor, finding your Warrior 2. You are opening your hips this time towards the long side of the mat. You can imagine like there is someone pulling you from both directions. One person by the left hand, the other by the right hand. And as you exhale, release your right hand on top of your back leg. Find a reverse warrior, beautifully opening the whole left side of your left ribs. Inhale and exhale, cartwheel your arms, release your left elbow on the front knee, right arm extending above your right ear. Keep looking towards your right hand. Drishti, the steady point of focus on your top hand. If you have a block, you can place it underneath your right hand to help you extend yourself from the ground up. And here again an option. You can try to take a bind, directly grabbing your left wrist with your right hand. Now straighten your front leg, shorten your stand, and close the right hip towards the floor. Find your pyramid pose legs, keeping them extended. And exhale, you can release your hands fully towards the ground, framing your foot and rotating your hips fully towards the short side of the mat. You can stay in the pyramid pose with only tips of your fingers touching the mat. Fingers pointing towards your feet, trying to keep your spine as straight as possible. Option, you can also keep your hands onto your shins, doing what's best for your hamstrings. Now, as you exhale, bend your front knee, lift your left leg all the way back. Inhale, release your knees onto the mat. Exhale, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide all the way up into your upward facing dog and shift your body weight from side to side, looking behind your left and then behind your right heel. Exhale, press away from your hands, lift your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, rise your right leg up and step it between your hands, bring your left knee down, low lunge. Inhale, lift the torso and rise your arms over the head, look up. Exhale, release your both hands on top of your knee, engage the muscles of the left leg to lift the left knee off the floor, pressing into the left foot for stability. Feel the stretch in your groin and in your hip connectors, including the psoas muscle. Inhale, lift your arms up and bend your elbows into a 90-degree angle. Let's repeat it a few more times. Inhale, straighten your arms, and exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, release your arms, turn your torso towards the right. Release your left hand onto your front knee and your right hand onto your back leg. For an extra challenge, we can deepen the stretch to our quadriceps muscle by tucking the back toes and bringing the foot up, and eventually trying to press it with our hand towards the left buttocks. Be careful, as this is a very intense pose for your knee, and if you're there, you can help holding your back foot with your both hands. Maintain steady gaze. Release your foot onto the mat now and place your hands inside of your right leg. Come down to the elbows with the forearms and fingertips pointing forwards. Find your lizard pose. You can step your left leg a little bit more back. If that's too intense, you can lift your torso up and support yourself on the tops of your fingers. Inhale, slowly start bringing your back foot closer. Press from your hands and lift your right foot up and back. And exhale, release your leg into a downward facing dog. Inhale, release your knees. Exhale, chest and chin onto the mat. Inhale, slide your chest up and forward. Exhale, push away from the hands. Find your downward facing dog. We are going to repeat it onto a left side. Inhale, rise your left leg up and step it between your hands. Release your right knee onto the mat and bring up your torso. Find your low lunge, Anjaneyasana, onto the left side. It is a great stretch, one of my favorite for the psoas muscle, a muscle also known as the muscle of the soul. It is a very beneficial posture, especially if we have a seating lifestyle. Then this big and deep muscle which connects our lumbar spine into our femur bone gets contracted and compressed, and this low lunge beautifully extended. Inhale, rise up your arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, opening your chest. Inhale, rise up your arms. Exhale, cactus the arms, One more time. Inhale, rise up your arms. Exhale, lower your elbows down. On the next exhale, bring your body towards the left side of the mat, hooking your right forearm over your left knee, deepening this nice stretch in our right psoas muscle. You can also hook your left hand over your back leg. And if you're up for a challenge today, bring your right foot up. Take a hold of your back foot with your left hand. And if your knees allow for such movement, start bringing your back foot towards your bum, pressing very gently towards your back foot and maintaining balance just for a breath or two. And release. And this time we'll also bring our hands again inside of our front leg, finding our lizard pose. We can either keep ourselves supported on our hands or lower all the way down into our forearms. Left leg can open up externally. And when you're ready, support yourself back again. Bring your right foot closer. Lift up your knee, lift up your left leg. Find yourself back in a downward facing dog. Inhale, this time lower down, find your plank. As you exhale, lower down into your chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, push up. Exhale, find your chaturanga. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, untuck your toes, bring your chest up, look forward, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly start walking your feet towards the front of your mat. Inhale, rise your arms and gaze up. Exhale, press your hands onto your chest. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, hands onto your chest. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, hook your left elbow over your right knee. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, hook your right elbow towards your left knee. Inhale, this time find your chair pose. Hands up, knees bent. Exhale, left elbow over your right knee. Inhale, and exhale, right elbow over your left knee. Inhale, look up, chair pose. Exhale once more, left elbow over your right knee. Maintain this posture, keeping your chest open, lifting your right shoulder up towards the sky. And when you're ready, step your left foot back. Find your nice twist pose. You can lower your back leg, touching the knee onto the floor. Or if you want, you can also bring your leg up. Find your Parivrita Anjaneyasana, revolved crescent lunge. If you feel like, you can also start extending your left arm and extending your right arm so that one is touching the floor, the other one pointing towards the sky. And release your hands back onto your chest, pressing the palms together, and step your left foot front towards the mat. Inhale, look up, find your chair pose. Exhale, hook your right elbow over your left knee. And when you're ready, from here we will start bringing our right leg to the back of our mat, finding our revolved crescent lunge on the left side. If it's easier, you don't need to be having your leg up, but you can keep it resting onto your mat. focusing on your spinal strength, spinal twist, focusing on your hands firmly pressing onto each other, deepening your twist in the spine. You can again challenge yourself and bring the right hand down on the outside of your left leg and opening your chest, opening your left arm towards the sky. Bring your hands back together, pressing your thumbs onto your sternum. Step your back foot towards the front of your mat. Inhale, rise your arms back up. And exhale, fold forward and down. Find your Uttanasana. Inhale and exhale, step or jump towards the back of your mat. Find your plank. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, slide forward, up dog. Exhale, push your hips back and up, downward facing dog. And from here, we are going to jump and land with the feet outside of our mats, finding our low squat, malasana. Feet are hip-width apart here, toes pointing forward. Maybe I will transition to the center of our mat just to show you how our hands are pressing on towards each other. And you can bring yourself up slightly higher if it's too difficult for your heels, if it's too intense for Achilles tendons. That's okay to come slightly up, or maybe even placing a block underneath your hips, kind of sitting down in this low squat. And now slowly release the pressure from between your knees and exhale, extend your arms in front of you. Inhale, press your elbows onto your knees. Exhale, extend your arms and arch your back. A few more times. Inhale up, exhale back. And when you come back to the center, release your left hand onto the ground and extend your right arm towards the sky. Keep on repeating this nice smooth movement with your right arm flowing from the ground up towards the sky. We can also take a bind here by bringing our left arm all over our left leg and extending our right arm up, taking a bind behind our thigh, grabbing our right wrist with our left hand. And release your arms back up, and we will switch the sides. Inhale and exhale, release your right arm to the mat and keep on flowing with your left arm from the ground up towards the sky. And when you're done with your hands, you can try to hook your elbow over your other leg, finding your bind. Maybe I will show you how does this look like from behind. So we are looping our one hand behind our thigh and extending the opposite arm towards the sky, trying to find the hands together, grabbing each other, and we are opening our chest to the right side. And you can release your bind, release your hands onto the floor, and just transition in your own way into lying down on your belly. You can use your hands as a pillow, Put them underneath your forehead and just wiggle your hips from side to side. Release any tension from your lower spine. And slowly bring yourself slightly up onto your forearms. Come into a Sphinx pose. From here, we will bend our left leg and slowly grab the left foot with the left hand, trying to bring the foot closer to your buttocks. This is an intense pose for our knees, so please be gentle and avoid splaying the knee out to the side by engaging the inner thigh and hugging the knee towards the midline of your body. And release. Shift your body weight from side to side. And repeat the same thing on the right side. Bring your right foot up. And if you can, start pressing your right foot towards your bum, being very gentle, paying attention to our knee joints. And release down. And if you feel very adventurous, you may try to repeat the same thing, but this time extending all the way up and holding your both feet at the same time, finding your bow pose. You may rock slightly forward and back, massaging your abdominal cavity, massaging your front of the torso. And from here, you can start pressing your both feet towards the buttocks, extending intensely our thighs, extending our quadriceps, and pressing with our elbows and hands towards the feet, maintaining steady gaze just for a second or two. And release your legs. Beautiful. This was a very intense strengthener for the quadriceps. Release any tension and bring yourself back up into your child's pose. Press up and back to find yourself again in a downward facing dog. Lean forward and down into a plank. Let's take last 3 chaturanga push-ups. Inhale up, exhale lower down. Inhale up, exhale lower down. And inhale, find your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And now, after all the hard work, let's jump front into a seated and release ourselves to lying down on our backs. You can take a nice big stretch with your arms over your head and take a deep, nourishing inhale and exhale. Now hug your right knee close to your chest. Press with your back to the mat and bend your left leg and find your reclined figure 4 pose by placing your right ankle off over the left knee. Remember to keep your right foot flexed, not to injure the right knee joint. And release your left leg and bring your straight right leg close towards your chest. Alternate this a few times with right leg down, left leg up. Stretch and switch. Stretch, stretch and switch. Stretch and switch. And when you're ready, change the sides to find your figure 4 with left ankle over your right knee. You can interlace your fingers underneath your right shin and bring yourself closer towards this knee. And now bring your left knee towards your chest, massaging the spine. And now bring your both knees together, rolling and rocking from side to side. And And when you're ready, we'll find our favorite pose of today, I guess, our happy baby pose. If you can grab hold of your big toes with your thumb and index finger, or if it's easier, just grab your ankles or the outside of your feet. And now extend your legs, rock back and forth, and try to find yourself sitting up, even just for a second, balancing on your sitting bones and folding your thighs and your torso into an Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. Beautiful. On release, bring your right knee close to your chest and shift it towards the left outside of the yoga mat. Find your supine spinal twist. Open your right arm towards the opposite side and look over to your right hand. You can keep pressing with your left hand the right knee, and come back up to the center. Switch the sides, left knee close to your chest, and lean towards the right side, extending your arms towards the sides, opening your shoulder, trying to keep both shoulder blades onto the ground, and looking with your eyes over towards your left hand. If you feel like you can rotate your arm and come back into the center, and when you're ready, take a nice deep long stretch. Take a deep inhale and exhale, realizing how your body feels after the practice, and prepare for Shavasana, for your relaxation time, the time for yourself to be in the present moment. Close your eyes, and with every next exhalation, release any tension from your body. Release whatever doesn't serve you. And take this moment to acknowledge the benefits this practice might have brought you. Take this time to be simply grateful for finding some time for your well-being. If you want, you can pause this video and stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish. But if you're in a hurry, you can slowly start bringing awareness to your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, taking a one deep inhale to arrive back into your physical body, and slowly, in your own pace, bring yourself onto lying down on the one side, using an arm as a pillow. And when you're ready, come back into a cross-legged position. Take one more deep inhale, circle your arms up and bring palms onto your forehead. Inhale, circle the arms, bring your palms onto your mouth. And last inhale, bring your hands onto your heart. Thank you for your practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.